Elijah Woods is on at night, 2010, out now wherever you find your favorite music. Why the title? What was it about that year that really stood out?
I think it's for me, like lyrically, like it was such an important song because it's so nonchalant, and I think that was what I was trying to capture. In 2010, I was in grade 10 and I was just chilling, and I was just like zero stress. My like biggest stress was like what was the weekend plan, like what was going on that weekend. And I think as we become adults and like have more responsibility, everything just gets magnified and seems like it's a lot more serious. And I was kind of yearning for something that was just like carefree and easy, and it was just so much fun for me to play something that like had pace and had energy, because it was kind of contrasting like the slower, like more like love song stuff that I typically do. And I was a little bit afraid of like how it was going to work out, but the fact that everyone's like eating it up is just so cool for me, because like that's the music I grew up on.
The forthcoming single is called Sunlight. Is it true you hired your dad's band for this
I
thing?
did. I did, yeah. So I grew up watching my dad play in many bands. He played in like a Beatles cover band, and then kind of like an 80s, 90s dance music band. And he plays guitar and drums and everything, and he taught me how to play guitar. But from a super young age, I would go to like all their gigs, and I would just like be stuck there. And I was like, oh, I don't want to be here, like doing this whole thing. So I learned all this music just by listening to it and being around this band that was my family. And as I sort of grew older, I grew to appreciate like how awesome they were and how talented they were and how much they had instilled in me musically just from being around them. Like, no better than to have all these people who taught me so much about my own musicality in this video about shedding my skin and like becoming a new person and becoming an adult, and like the quest for sort of maturity, because it felt so close to home and so close to my roots.
That's awesome. Congrats on being an officially married man.
Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah, we did it. We tied the knot. It was a cool thing. I mean, I never thought I'd get married, and then I met Hannah and I was like, cool, that's it for me. This is this is the one I want forever. And it was it was the best day of my life. I had all my loved ones there, and a lot of really close friends and family, and it was just super intimate and a lot of wine and good vibes.
That's a good party. I know you wrote a lot of songs for Hannah as a fiance. You have a couple as a wife on the go.
I do. I mean, it's weird, man. It's like it's one of those things where I've written so much music about our story and about our like who we are and how we sort of got together, that when I was writing this project and kind of like the music that's upcoming over the next couple months, I wanted to like super steer away from it, because I was like, you have 11 songs written about you at this point. It's like if I write one more about you, you might leave me because you might just think I'm like too obsessed or something. So there's lots of music on the way, and yeah, some of it is definitely about Hannah. There's some stuff there, and I couldn't help but write a lot of music about her. But I think I got a little bit more introspective in this project, and this project was very much about me kind of rediscovering myself musically, and finding the why in all this, rather than just being like, oh, I want to make songs. Like it's why am I making songs, and what do I want to say, and how do I want to say it.
I think that's beautiful, man. That's fantastic. Uh, you've been doing a little traveling, a little bit of an Asian gamut over the last little bit. And I saw a couple of videos of you performing over there. Like, how
It's
was that
crazy, man.
experience?
It was bananas. It was like, I mean, like I've been lucky enough to make music here for like a long time, and it's like cool when you get recognized somewhere, and like it's cool when somebody walks up and say, "Hey, like I really like that song," or like I recognize you from TikTok or TV or whatever. And then I went over there and I was just like, "Oh, it's gonna be the same sort of thing. It's like one in a few people will recognize me." And there were like hundreds of people at every airport with like gifts and like stocking up my hotel rooms and like showing up to the shows like 8 hours early and waiting in the 40-degree Malaysian heat. Like it was out of control. And I was like, do you guys think I'm Justin Bieber or something? Like this is, you came for the wrong person. I was like, I'm not him. But then seeing the impact the music had over there, like people singing like deep B cuts of like stuff I released 4 or 5 years ago. It's so cool, and it's so surreal to me. Like I just don't take it for granted at all. And the fact that I can be seen for something that I like love doing is just absolutely beyond me. So we're already planning the next trip over there, and it's gonna be even bigger, which is so wild. But I'm beyond grateful.
That's amazing. Dude, congrats on everything. You've had a hell of a 2024, and it's not even done.
I appreciate you, man, and thanks so much for chatting. And I appreciate everybody over there for spinning my stuff, and I appreciate you for always supporting. So thank you so much. Yeah, hopefully we'll talk soon.